Hey guys, it's Heat Dude. I never thought I would actually do another video like this, but I'm here to talk about, I guess, Spider-Man 2002 with Tobey Maguire. So I guess, get your snacks, drinks, beverages, and this might be a long video. And again, when I was researching for this video and looking at, pictures of the play menu, and it literally showed Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment. I was like, oh my god, that DVD slash home video, fucking early 2000s Columbia Picture shit. That brings back so many memories from when I was a kid. And then when I see the play menu, I was like, god damn, these play menus from the early DVD play menus from the early 2000s, they feel so nostalgic. I was like, oh my god. I feel old. I'm like, I used to see this shit all the time on the TV when I was a kid. But yeah, again, Tobey Maguire, again, maybe he's a jerk, and I know I've heard some stuff about him. But personally, he's one of my favorite versions of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Kirsten Dunst, she did a decent enough job. Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn, he's a really good. James Franco even as Harry Osborn as well. But yeah, people may say this to me, but I personally think this intro still holds up after more than 20 fucking years. It's like, I still can't wrap my head around that, because I barely remember it, but I cannot believe this was more than 20 years ago when this movie came out. I mean, people probably say it looks cheap and outdated now, but it's like, it kind of paved the way for a lot of intros to superhero movies, even probably nowadays. Again, if this movie didn't come out, a lot of movies nowadays probably wouldn't exist. I mean, I guess then again, Blade came out before that, but it's like, again, I don't know. I love the outdated look of the early 2000s Spider-Man movies, because it just, honestly, it just gives off that, I don't know. I mean, again, it's dated, but it's obviously CGI and shit. But it's that's what makes it look so amazing, in my opinion. I honestly I hate that I'm babbling on about how good, in my opinion, this looks. When probably hardly nowadays people probably would just look at it and they probably want to vomit and shit. But it's again, for 2002, it didn't look bad. I do like how in the intro, it just Peter's who am I? You sure you want to know? It just, again, I love how in the intro, it just shows what looks like a fake web or something, but then it just starts to zoom out. I guess giving that very weird, unique, campy vibe to Sam Raimi's movies or something. But honestly, personally, it did seem like even then, Sam Raimi put his all into this movie. His sweat and blood and tears. Because, again, he seemed like he was a really big Spider-Man fan. Again, that's what I love about it. Because it's a very unique take on the superhero genre, even at that time. But honestly, it fits with the movie. Well, I guess I didn't know who did this movie when I was watching it many, many years ago. But Sam Raimi, I guess, was the one who made this movie. Well, I guess the first three. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's there was something I loved about this movie, and it's now I kind of know why. It's it's weird, unique, style of movie making. And it's again, in my opinion, for 2002, I think it really worked. I mean, people can tell me all they want, but, I think it fucking worked for the time it came out. I mean, people probably say, oh yeah, it's, campy for 2002, but it's I don't know. It's it's really not that big of a deal, to be honest. But yeah, then Peter saying, story of my life is not for the faint of heart, which, again, I don't know. It's I kind of miss the origin stories where it's basically the main, or movies where it's just basically the main character telling their own story. And it's I don't know, it just, I kind of miss it, but at the same time, it feels a bit, maybe, I guess people probably would think it's generic nowadays, because nobody really does that anymore with making movies. Like, really just have the main character tell their own story. Even though that's what, making a movie is for, so they can tell their story. But yeah, then he's like, if somebody said this is a happy little tale, if somebody told you I was just your average ordinary guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied, which I don't know who the hell really said that, but alright. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's like, again, but yeah, then he says, this is just like any story, just like any story worth telling, it is all about a girl. Then, he, I guess, the story, turns right to Mary Jane Watson. He's like, that girl, Mary Jane Watson, the girl next door. I guess he says that's the girl he's only ever liked before he even liked girls or something. And I don't know, it's like, again, personally, I don't think she was a very good person at first, until she wasn't with Flash Thompson anymore. And then fucking, well, I guess, you get a dude eating a donut, literally laughing at Peter while he's literally chasing the fucking bus and shit, and everybody just, like, straight up fucking laughing at him. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you people are assholes, like, and, again, I like Tobey Maguire and all, but, like, people said he was, like, trying to portray a 15-year-old kid. I'm like, there's no way this dude is supposed to be 15 years old. Like, he looks like a grown-ass fucking man, like, and I looked it up, and Tobey Maguire was 26 years old when he played Spider-Man in this movie. I'm like, there ain't no way a 26-year-old man would be able to play a 15-year-old kid when he's still in high school. I was like, there ain't no goddamn way. Like, he don't even look anywhere close to even being 15. And then I looked it up, and I guess he was supposed to be playing a 17-year-old. I'm like, okay, that makes a tad bit more sense than just playing a fucking 15-year-old kid. Like, I was like, there's no way in hell he was playing a 15-year-old kid. I was like, that's 1 year older than 14, but I don't know. I'm like, because this dude's literally just eating a fucking jelly donut, literally sitting there fucking laughing at him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you laughing? A dude literally running after a fucking bus, and you're just sitting there eating it. Which, again, I'm not trying to be me, but it just seems ridiculous. And then the fucking bus driver's laughing at him, and then not until fucking MJ, which, out of all people, seems weird for her to get up, who's with Flash Thompson, literally stop the bus. She's literally stopped the bus. He's been chasing him since Hidden Boulevard or something, I think. That's what she said, and they stopped the fucking bus, which I don't know why they couldn't have stopped that bus for him, literally, maybe how long ago? But I guess they just wanted to be fucking assholes and just be, I guess they're probably like, geek, like. Then when he gets on the fucking bus, not even the girl with the glasses wants to sit with him. I'm like, she's like, don't even think about it. I'm like, okay. I guess you don't, I mean, it's funny because you look like a nerd, but you don't want to be literally roped in the same group as the dude chasing the damn bus. And it's like everybody just like sitting there fucking staring at him, even the dude who's obviously with Flash Thompson and shit, who, I'm like, I don't know, it's like, and it's kind of funny, because, like, I don't know, but, like, the look Mary Jane gives him as, like, he's walking towards him with, I guess, with that weird look on his face, and I'm like, okay, why did you help him if you're not really roped in the same group with him. I'm like, that's what I don't understand. Then they get to the fucking, I guess, science museum or something. And this dude, who's supposed to be their teacher, is like almost the same age as them. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what? Which I'm like, why is he with people that are literally the same age as him playing students when he's a little shorter, but maybe almost the same age as them? I guess his name was like Shan Omar Huey. I apologize if I butchered that name, but I'm like, what? Like, why was he playing the teacher if he's almost around the same age as them? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, he's like, I guess 27? Born in, I don't know, it's like, why? I mean, I guess they didn't think of how fucking ridiculous that would have looked even back then, which, I don't know, it's like, some of those things when I was watching as a kid, I didn't notice how ridiculous they looked even back then, or something. I don't know, the one thing I guess I also didn't like is how MJ's like waving at the, I guess, some girls that were obviously her friends, and I don't know, I guess it kind of makes Peter seem like a little bit of an idiot for doing that, but then he thinks she's waving at him. It's like, it's really, she's waving at them instead of him. I'm like, oh, damn. Which, I don't know, it's like, personally, it kind of seems like, she was obviously supposed to be the schoolgirl, and then Harry Osborn shows up with, his dad, which, again, Willem Dafoe plays the best, in my opinion, one of the best versions of Harry Osborn to date. Even still this day, like, I mean, I remember this one dude really mentioning after, because he straight up mentioned the part where, I think it was like Cosmonaut Variety Hour, I think, mentioned that when he said his father's name was Harry Osborn, that was a little weird, which I guess that's weird. I mean, I didn't know it was weird to really mention your father's name, but okay. But, again, like, that movie spawned one of the most iconic lines to this day, like, I'm something of a scientist myself, and then they brought it back at Spider-Man No Way Home, which, that is, like, one of the best things I've ever seen, like, that comeback of that line. But, like, the one thing I do like is, like, immediately he respected Peter just because he read up on his research of nanotechnology or something. Which, I'm like, nanotechnology? Like, this movie, I don't know, it's like crazy, because like in the MCU they had nanotechnology. But yeah, like, I like how Peter said, he didn't seem so bad, like, he was like, not if you're a genius, like, oh my god, like, which, I don't know, Norman did seem like he was that type of father figure that only, respected his friend instead of his own son. Then they end up in the science museum, and I guess they really try to really keep up with the tour or something. And I don't know, it's like, again, I'm like thinking, why was Mary Jane Watson, again, it's almost like she was just so focused on being the cool girl and all. I don't know, it didn't really seem like, her being with Flash was really maybe a bad thing, but I don't know. I mean, I do think it's kind of funny where Peter says, some spiders change colors to blend in their environment. It's a defense mechanism. He's like, Peter, or Harry's like, Peter, what makes you think I would want to know that? And he's like, who wouldn't? Then he like tries to take pictures or something with his camera, and Flash's homies or something are just constantly messing with him, which I would hate that shit too. And Harry Osborn and his friend is like, leave him alone. And it was like, or what? And they're like, blah, blah, this. And then the fucking teacher just jumps in and he's like, what is going on? Trying to seem all intimidating and shit. He's like, next person talks will fail this course. I kid you not, like in a fucking whispery voice. I'm like, dude, you're not scary. You look like you're fucking 20 something, not 40 something. Like the one, I like how Mary Jane is like literally saying, and like, these are disgusting. And he's like, yeah, I hate those things. Like, I love them. He's like, yeah, me too. Like, you literally just said you just hated them. Why do you say you hated them, then you just said you love them? And he just literally stripped copies what Peter just said, like, maybe 20 seconds ago. Like, spiders change color to blend into their environment. And I'm like, and then Lily says it's a defense mechanism. And she's like, really? Because, okay, I guess stealing, his line is fine. Not to mention he's doing it right in front of him. The one thing I do think is weird, I guess I didn't notice this until later on, how weird it was when Peter was literally taking pictures of Mary Jane Watson, and he's literally saying he was going to do it for the school paper and shit, which I'm like, doesn't make that any less weird. And it's like, while he's doing this, I guess he doesn't notice somehow. Well, I mean, how? I don't fucking know. But I guess a spider just crawls down on him, but he's just too distracted with creepily taking pictures of Mary Jane. I don't know. It's like, I didn't realize how uncomfortable this is to talk about, even a Spider-Man video. Or a video of me talking about Spider-Man 2002. But yeah, like, the spider just, like, literally crawls down on him. But, like, which, I don't understand, like, why they would not catch the fucking spider, or even to find it before it crawls onto somebody else's hand and bite them. But, it literally just, like, crawls down on his hand, but somehow he doesn't, I guess he didn't feel it because, I don't know, I guess then it's like whenever it just slowly, I mean, what's crazy about this movie is, like, I guess I don't like spiders, but I don't mind Spider-Man, which, that sounds just crazy even coming out of my mouth. I'm literally talking about Spider-Man, yet spiders just fucking freak the shit out of me. Like, honestly, no joke. But yeah, it's like the detail that they put in on the fucking spider crawling on him and biting the ever-living, like, literally sinking its teeth into his skin. It's so just again, it's like it looks so realistic even for 2002, like, but it's like, I don't know, I mean, my opinion. But yeah, like, after that, I guess, I don't know, maybe the general was, like, literally threatening to literally give his company to somebody else if they didn't have a successful human trial by someday, because they haven't had a successful human trial in some time. Now, honestly, I was sort of having a hard time really trying to fit some shit about talking about, Cliff Robertson and Rosemary Harris as Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Now, honestly, these two people literally carried this movie. Like, no joke. Like, they're the definitive versions, in my opinion, of Uncle Ben and Aunt May. But, again, I didn't realize how much this freaked me out when I seen a picture of it. Like, the effects look so Evil Dead. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm surprised that people didn't mistake this for a fucking horror movie. Like, oh my god. It's like, again, I know it's just basically Peter experiencing the pain of getting bit by a goddamn spider, but again, it's like a horror movie just seeing the fucking skulls and shit. I'm like, bro, I just never realized how terrifying that is. And the stupid thing is, because Norman is really trying to test the performance enhancers and shit, and it goes completely wrong, which, one, I don't know how Dr. Strom and Norman didn't know how that was not gonna go wrong. And he just like literally wakes up and grabs him by his fucking throat, which I do actually kind of find a little terrifying to this day. And then he like mutters the words "back to formula." He just throws him right through the fucking window, and he just jumps through it like a fucking ape or a monkey. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, like, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I remember seeing this as a kid, and I don't know if it really freaked me out or what. I mean, I don't even know how I reacted, or I guess, I mean, because I remember his eyes opening up or something, and it just kind of, you know, it just kind of opened up like an iconic, you know, memory for me or something, I guess. Like, even when he said back, or I guess, you know, back to formula was like a callback where he really straight up said Dr. Strom or something earlier. But what's funny, because that's not even Norman Osborn taking over, right? I guess that's not even Norman Osborn anymore. That's the Green Goblin taking over. But yeah, Peter wakes up or something after like a really bad spider bite or something. And what's weird is like he tries to grab his glasses. I guess they don't work because, you know, he can't see through like he always could. And then I guess he, you know, like if anybody's ever, if you guys have probably seen this movie like 100 times, he wakes up with fucking abs or something and muscles or something. I mean, it's kind of funny because he just reacts like, huh, I definitely have never had abs or muscles before. Which, I mean, I'm like, he probably, the funny thing is like when Aunt May really asked him if he's all right, he's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, and he bathed this morning and he changed, like, and then he just looks down and was like, yep, big change. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know if he was like really looking at his abs or, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know, get my video age restricted or anything, but, you know, if he's not looking at his abs, what else is he not looking at, if you know what I mean? But, yeah, I guess, like, as he's, like, waiting for the bus or something, he, like, I guess accidentally grabs onto, like, a piece of paper stuck to it and, like, rips it off or something. And, I don't know, it's like, I can't imagine how difficult that would be to really have fucking stickers on your fingers. But, I guess, Harry finds Norman passed out on the floor or something, which I would imagine Green Goblin probably got there, and, I don't know, he probably took the suit off and fell asleep, and then he's Norman again. I don't know. But yeah, again, I gotta say something. I'm gonna say it in just this one part. The jump scares, like that one part where he was literally like, that last night and that part where he's like, oh, like, oh my god, those jump scares, I mean, they're iconic. But I think that, you know, after, you know, more than 20 years, they kind of start to get a little old after a while. But again, they're still, in my opinion, you know, the most iconic parts of those movies. But they're just random as fuck. I'm like, it's like, again, they kind of feel like they were supposed to be maybe like make it seem like a horror movie, but making people jump. But I don't know. But yeah, the funny part is like they tell him, people from Oscorp come and tell him Dr. Strom is dead, and he didn't know nothing about it, I guess legitimately, because he don't remember a thing, and he says the flight suit and the glider has been stolen. But yeah, back at the, I guess, school where Peter is, I guess he sees MJ or something walking with her lunch or something. And again, Peter's just like sitting there eating his lunch. Then she like, I guess, slips on a fucking thing of orange juice or something. And he literally just catches her just out of the blue because he's got like, I guess, reflexes or something. Because she's like, great reflexes. Thanks. Which, I guess I couldn't remember because I looked it up, but that literally had no CGI at all. It literally took 156 fucking takes to get that right. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I can't imagine the amount of exhausting work that had to be done to really get that just right. But yeah, Peter's like, no problem, which, I don't know. I feel like because he caught her, maybe that's probably what maybe won her over. Again, he probably didn't even do that on purpose, but it's like, again, I guess it was almost intentional. And then she literally straight up says, hey, blue eyes, I noticed you without your glasses, which, it's funny because, like, she barely knew he existed up until he started not wearing his glasses. I'm like, huh? Which, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, personally, it's like, why would he still want to go for her? Because, again, she didn't give a shit about him until he stopped wearing a pair of glasses. I'm like, are you for real? I'm like, that's like that Superman and Clark Kent crap. But yeah, then he like literally sits down after she's like, see ya, and then literally he finds a fork stuck to his wrist or something because he didn't know he has like, I guess, super web powers or something. Or I guess organic webs. In my opinion, I think the organic webs are cool. But then he accidentally like shoots a web on somebody else's lunch tray and then literally just like swipes it. Literally, he smacks somebody else. Well, I guess smacks Flash Thompson with it by mistake. And and his homie starts fucking laughing and shit. Which, again, in my opinion, I probably start laughing too, because in my opinion, he kind of deserves that. But yeah, he gets mad because I guess he notices that was Peter Parker who did that. But personally, he did that completely by accident, though. But, I don't know, I guess he starts really trying to fight him or punch him. Which, again, his spider reflexes kind of make me think, I don't know, he's like sort of like the Flash, because can't Barry Allen sort of, dodge people's hits in a way? Because, he's like fat, maybe not like Superman, like faster than a speeding bullet, but like, again, Peter can literally do that exact thing a Flash suit can do, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it's like, I'm like thinking, if a lot of, the kids seen Peter literally dodge his hits and do all this shit, like, not to mention beat the shit out of Flash Thompson, it's like, again, wouldn't they literally wonder if he's Spider-Man? If, Spider-Man pops up one day? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, like, he just, like, grabs the shit out of his arm and he's, like, in pain. But before that, she's like, help him, Harry. I'm like, which I'm like, again, the part, Lily, where he's, like, standing there just in shock. He's like, which one? And then his, I guess Flash's friend is like, all yours, man, after he literally tries to grab him, but then he didn't even do it. Because he literally just did like a fucking upside down flip or something, trying to avoid him or something. Which, I gotta imagine that, all those movies had to take some extreme training for that movie. But honestly, one of my favorite parts also of this movie is honestly the part where he like crawls up the wall. Because no joke, when I was a kid, I used to do that shit not on the wall, but I used to literally just crawl, act like I was crawling on the wall, by crawling on the ground or something. I used to do that shit all the time when I was younger. It's like, that's how obsessed I was with this movie when I was a kid. It's like, again, I wish they would, like, make just as iconic moments just like this. But honestly, I thought it was hilarious after, he's like done jumping. Then fucking Peter's like, Shazam, go, Web, go. I'm like, oh my god, like, this is like this, again, it's like Tobey Maguire being fucking Tobey Maguire, like, bro. Then he, like, I guess he ends up slamming right in the fucking billboard or something whenever he, like, finally figures out how to shoot a web or something, but he can't fucking handle it very well. Which, again, it's like a dude with the first day with fucking web powers. It's like, you gotta expect he's gonna end up doing something stupid. I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, I remember, like, having dreams. I guess I had, like, crazy string when I was a kid, but I think I had maybe some web shooters when I was a kid. And I thought it was so cool to have, those toy kid-like web shooters to just shoot crazy string or web shooters with. It's like, it made me honestly want to be Spider-Man. Like, that's honestly how much I love, the character for a long time, just because of this movie. But yeah, I love how he just, like, literally swings through Queens, just literally screaming like a fucking woman, and, like, oh my god, like, I'm not gonna recreate the fucking scream, but it was hilarious. But yeah, like, honestly, like, then he ends up back at home, and I guess Mary Jane and Peter are literally telling him what they want to do after they graduate, and I guess Peter says he wants to be a photographer and move into the city, and MJ says she wants to be an actor. But yeah, what's kind of funny is, like, Mary Jane literally, like, acts all, hopeful and has all these dreams, but then when she sees Flash Thompson with a cool new car, then she's like, oh my god, gorgeous, and like, woohoo. I'm like, what? And then fucking Peter, I guess, is like just I don't know, I guess just messing around shooting webs all over his fucking room and shit. And I'm like kind of wondering now, I'm like, oh, I wonder, now I know why Aunt May was asking what's going on in there. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I like the montage that it happens. He's like trying to, dream of having a new car and I guess winning MJ's heart or something, which I guess, that's what he wanted to do, is just basically buy a car so he can impress MJ or something. And he literally tries to come up with a new costume idea or make a new costume, which, again, people probably, again, I know I said already in this video, but, like, the effects, even the editing in this video is so early 2000s, and I honestly fucking love it. It's like, I don't know, it just kind of brings back so many memories from the early 2000s in my childhood, and it's just like, I fucking miss it, like, no joke, like, and I love how they did fucking product placement by putting a goddamn Dr. Pepper in there. And, I don't know, I guess he, like, fucking shot webs in it, which, again, why did he end up shooting webs at a fucking picture of him and Uncle Ben and Aunt May, too? I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, that's when Aunt May comes in and is, like, wondering what's going on in there. He's like, hey, I'm exercising, I'm not dressed in that May, or I don't even know what he said, but I'm like, then she's like, you're acting so strangely, Peter, which, again, understandable. But honestly, like, I didn't think I would actually mention this in this video, but the conversations that Peter and MJ have make it feel blatantly obvious that maybe Mary Jane does like him. And I'm like, how does he not fucking know? But yeah, I guess Peter claims he has to go to a downtown library or something, but Uncle Ben insists on taking him. And I guess he stops the car or something for a minute so they can talk. And then Peter literally just says, oh yeah, we can talk later. It's like, well, we can talk now if you let me. Which, again, I'm like, Uncle Ben is like trying to talk to him, and it's like, you know, he's just too busy, you know, worrying about him winning money and, you know, trying to buy a car and impress Mary Jane to really even care about what Uncle Ben is trying to tell him or has to say to him. Because, again, Uncle Ben is like a father figure to him, which, again, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, again, he really straight up says to him, he's like, changing. I know, I went through the exactly the same thing at your age. It's like, no, not exactly. And then he's like, these are the years when a man changes into the man he's going to be for the rest of his life. And then Peter insinuates that he's like, thinking that he's like going to turn into some kind of criminal. It was like, I don't know. Again, personally, in my opinion, Peter seemed like he was kind of acting like a bit of a dick to his Uncle Ben, though. Like, I don't know. Like, this man really raised him and shit, and then he's like really gonna strip treat him like that. And it's like, he's like, well, stop pretending to be, or I guess he's not his father when he's like, well, stop pretending to be. And then, like, that was like the last talk they had with each other. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I guess that's the whole point, making the scene so much more heartbreaking. Again, spoiler if you haven't seen the movie. But, I don't know. It's like, why did that have to be the last talk they ever had with each other? It's like, that just kind of blows, in my opinion. But, I guess, well, apparently he ends up in I guess the wrestling ring with Macho Man Randy Savage, which I forgot to mention. Bruce Campbell is in this. If you guys don't remember who Bruce Campbell is, or never grew up with that dude, he was in the Evil Dead movies from the 80s and 90s or something that also had Sam Raimi in it. But I still remember the Bonesaw line that Randy Savage did. He's like, Bonesaw is ready. Damn. That kind of hurt my voice. But yeah, like, I love how, before they say the Amazing Spider-Man, the woman is like, woo! But, he's like, my name's the Human Spider, and I'm like, okay, so was he wanting to go by something else, but not Spider-Man? But yeah, I guess he's like, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of feet time. Which, honestly, this part of the movie was so, honestly, one of the most iconic parts, in my opinion. But yeah, like, I guess what he didn't realize, he was supposed to literally be in the ring for 3 minutes, but I guess he pinned him in 2 or something. Which, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, like, I guess he really just jumps on the fucking bars and he's like, what are you doing up there? He's like, staying away from you. He's like, hey, that's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you? I'm like, oh my god, Peter. Like, that is so fucked up to say that. Like, but yeah, like, he just literally, I guess, gets knocked out because he, like, literally grabs, a fucking chair and Lily smacks the shit out of him with it. And I guess he's got some women to really cheer him on or something, and just slowly starts slowly throwing him around with like a goddamn ragdoll. And I never said this, but I actually have a hoodie with that same design and shit. That's how much I love that homemade suit. But yeah. So yeah, then I guess Peter starts fucking kicking the shit out of him without Macho Man Randy Savage landing a single hit on him or something. And like, I guess he finally knocks him out. And stuff, which, again, how does someone who's not even being in the ring and for a single time in his life will knock him out by just, I don't know, I guess that's the beauty of his spider powers, I guess. But I guess he wins, and I guess he doesn't get the money, and because he didn't, I guess what he was supposed to get was 300 grand, but not actually 300 grand. So because the dude literally told him, I missed the part where that's my problem, he let the dude get robbed and shit, and because of that, he escaped with the money. And just Louis Strip told him, I missed the part where that's my problem, which, I don't know. In my opinion, that was a really irresponsible part on maybe Peter's end. Because, you know, if he would have caught that dude and wasn't so petty about the money, his uncle wouldn't have gotten shot. I mean, I don't know. It's like, maybe it's wrong for me to say that, but yeah, like, he literally sees a crowd of people and, like, wonders why they're all standing around over there, and he finds Uncle Ben lying on the ground shot, and it's just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking. Like, he holds his hand, and he's like, Peter, you know, like, with his last remaining breath, and I don't know, it's like him saying Peter is like the last words he ever says, and he dies. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's fucking sad. Like, again, you know, Uncle Ben was like the only kind of dad he ever had. It's like, but yeah, and then he hunts down the killer that killed Uncle Ben. And honestly, this is just a really powerful scene, in my opinion, because like, it goes through so much just to catch this guy and shit, and it's just like, this dude is just like, honestly, just relentless. Like, but yeah, the one thing I do like is whenever the robber knows that he's there, and then he's like, who's there? Like, and starts shooting with his gun and stuff, just basically wasting his fucking ammo or something. And I honestly love the fucking comic accurate, you know, movements of Spider-Man in this movie, like him just literally on a web upside down, which, I don't know, still to this day I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know it was a thing that they used to do back in 2002, but again, it's pretty cool. And I even like the shocked look on it, an angry look on Peter's face when he finds out that he killed Uncle Ben. Because, you know, honestly, him, you know, spoiler alert, dying, it's like, he kind of did deserve it a little bit. You know, it's like kind of payback for what he did to him. But yeah, then the cops were like looking for him, and it's like, I guess he had to get out of there or something for him. Which he did, in fact, get out of there. But, I mean, I'll admit the saddest part about that is that he ended up having to go home to Aunt May and shit. And literally, I guess, I don't know, somehow we kind of maybe figures that she already knew what happened to him. That's why she probably was crying, or he probably told her. I mean, I have no idea, but um, but I do remember there was this Quest Aerospace. Um, I guess there was this dude literally testing their exoskeleton or something, and I guess the general or something was there, and again, yeah, he was testing it, but then like just out of nowhere, apparently I guess he seen something, and I guess well, it was the Green Goblin, and he apparently blew him the fuck up. And I don't know, it's like I kind of almost forgot until I remembered. I guess he didn't survive throughout the entire movie. I'm like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, like I guess now that I remember, he kind of did that out of revenge for Lily. I guess saying that he was gonna give his business to him or something and shit. So I don't know, but yeah, what's kind of messed up is like both Peter and Harry are literally graduating high school. And Norman literally walks up to Harry, is like, "It's not the first time I've been proven wrong. Congratulations!" And he responds with, "Thanks, Dad." And literally just walks over to Peter and just literally like literally almost ignores him. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it kind of seems like he's always like Peter more than his own son. But I guess thinking Peter just lost his uncle, but I don't know. It's like again, it didn't really seem like Norman really respected his son very much, to be honest. To really give a shit much about him, to be honest. But yeah, like as Norman's just literally talking to him. Harry is like literally just watching over to, MJ just basically breaking up with Flash during the whole thing. I'm like, I mean, kind of, I guess, I forgot, I guess Harry also had a thing for MJ or something. So, yeah, I guess, that's why he was watching it. And I don't know. But yeah, like, I guess, it was kind of nice that Norman said, like, it was kind of like, he was there for him. Like, he was his father figure, but it's like, again, he was Harry's father, so I don't know why it's like he's just basically just ignoring his own son. I don't know. It's like I forgot how heartbreaking this part was in the movie. It's like Peter went through so much just losing his uncle, and it's like not to mention his I don't know. It's like Peter Parker's parents. They don't even really get mentioned at all. I love the intro, like from like with great power comes great responsibility, and then it just transitions right into the New York City montage, and he's finally Spider-Man and shit. It's like and then it just literally shows him literally saving people, and it's like it's so fucking awesome. Not to mention the robbers just slowly just start taking shit, and he just ends up saving the day for where he ends up saving New Yorkers from thieves and shit. And then he ends up running with Mary Jane while she's working at a diner, and I guess she's embarrassed about it, but Peter being the nice guy he is, he's like that. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. But before that, I guess her boss Enrique was like, I guess she was short of $6. The next time that happens, he's gonna take it out of her check. Which I don't know. I mean, I kind of know what that's like, having an annoying, insufferable boss that just doesn't leave you the fuck alone, to be honest. But yeah, it's like I love how he Louis Strip says about Harry. He's like, Harry, he doesn't live on a little planet I like to call Earth. I'm like, bruh, that's funny. Again, it's like he kind of has that personality of Superman. Like he kind of cares about people, but I guess back at the Oscorp, or the building where they're having the meeting about Oscorp, I guess they're literally selling the company, and he's like, "What?" Like, I guess, Norman for some odd reason was surprised, even after all the bombings and shit. Which I guess he doesn't know that's him as the Green Goblin. But yeah, it's like I don't know why. It's kind of unintentionally funny to me. But, like, I guess I just realized I love this part. Like, when, he, literally was like, oh, you can't do this to me. Wait, like, again, he's just, I don't know, devastated that he's gonna end up losing his own company, which, I don't know. I mean, that's, again, he started the company, now he ends up losing it, but yeah, he's like, hey, I started this company with I don't know why, like, the his fucking look on his face while he's like just straight up smiling about it. I'm like, I don't know why, but like whenever he's like straight up just standing there smiling about it just before he literally yells on the top of his lungs, "Do you know how much I sacrifice?" Which I didn't realize was so fucking funny. Which again, it's like, I know it's supposed to be, you're supposed to feel bad for him, but like the way he like smiles about it and then just yells on the top of his lungs like towards everybody, just not understanding what the hell he's even going through. It's so embarrassingly laughable. I'm like, I'm sorry. But yeah, then like, I don't know, the chairman is, or this one, I don't even remember what his name was. But yeah, I guess one of the board members is like, "You're out," Norman is like, "Am I?" Which I guess is gonna end up being a callback to the movie later on or something in the movie. Which, I don't know, that sounds like a very evil villain thing to say, the way he was like saying, "Am I?" But yeah, then I guess the movie literally cuts to people celebrating the Oscorp I guess Unity Day Festival or something. Which I gotta say, I forgot how early fucking 2000s that, this Unity Day Festival makes this movie look, even after all these years. I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm like, it's like, I'm like, this movie was really made like this. I'm like, bro. I'm like, it feels very early 2000s. Again, I love it. It's like, it feels like very like pop music or something. But yeah, like, again, this is like the part where, the Green Goblin has his, actual, and I guess, well, his actual introduction, but yeah, his first fight where he actually, and I never realized until later on, or many years later, this is the part where he actually says, "Out, am I?" I was like, oh, okay, because the people let him go, that's why he says that. Which honestly makes perfect fucking sense to me. Like, again, like, I mean, hell, he's like basically like the flip side of Norman fucking Osborn and shit. Like, the dude ends up fucking throwing a goddamn pumpkin bomb or a goblin bomb or something, and and he ends up turning all the board members into a bunch of Scooby-Doo looking skeletons or some shit. Which again, yeah, I mean, for early 2000s, it makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Which I'm like, I cannot believe I used to watch this when I was younger. But yeah, it's like, again, I love the intensity of this movie that this movie still has after more than 20 years. It's like, it's funny because it's like, it's campy, but it can get dark as hell at times too. It's like, it's not just fucking campy. It's like a bunch of different tones mixed together. I even like, even when Harry doesn't know who it is, he's like, what the hell was that? Like, even Mary Jane doesn't even know who that is, which again, I mean, yeah. They're just really seeing this for the first time, even everybody in that fucking city. Like, even Green Goblin's like flying around the damn balloons and shit, and like, he's just like laughing maniacally. Like, honestly, that iconic laugh, I don't know, I can't get enough of it. Like that's how much I've heard that fucking laugh. Then he ends up blowing up the fucking buildings and some shit. I mean, honestly, like, the one thing is crazy about Green Goblin is like how smart the dude is, I guess, in some way. Like, honestly, I'll still never forget that iconic line whenever he Lewis sees Mary Jane for the first time. He Lewis straight mutters the words, "Hello, my dear." And then, fucking MJ, understandably being just terrifyingly scared of him, which I'm like, you're scared of a fucking Power Rangers type mask? Like, then she starts screaming. Which I'm like, I've seen much more scarier stuff than that. Like, bruh, like, I'm even wondering myself. I'm like, I was freaked out by the Green Goblin while watching this movie as a kid. I'm like, and I don't know. I'm like trying to wrap my head around how this movie came out in 2002 with a woman just really pointing, really being like, "It's Spider-Man!" Like, it's a fucking comic book. Like, bruh. Like, that's the most campiest comic book movie moment I've ever seen. Like, it's like, again, it does feel very much like it was like an on-set made type movie, because even though it wasn't it was a real movie that came out in 2002. I mean, I do like whenever Green Goblin is like literally trying to shoot him with this damn glider. It's like he's not even getting him. He's like literally missing every shot. I'm like, you got a really crappy glider, dude. I'm like, bruh. Even the glider was much more better in No Way Home than that shit. It's like, but yeah, it's like, the one thing I do think is kind of cool is like, you know, Norman Oz, or I guess the Green Goblin just basically upgraded, you know, I guess the suit and the glider and stole it. So basically that's what happened to the suit and glider. And I don't know, I gotta hand it, like, the reaction on MJ's face whenever she's literally being saved is hilarious. And I never really noticed, how is she swinging through the air with her hair blowing the other way? That don't even make sense. And I gotta literally say, I never really said it yet in this video, but I honestly still love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit, even after all these years. With like 3D webbing and shit. It's like, it's still one of my favorites to this day. But yeah, I love whenever he's literally done saving MJ. He literally straight up says to a bunch of strangers on top of the building, he's like, "Don't mind her, she's just here to use the elevator." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then she literally is like he like literally is about to run away. He's like, "Wait, who are you?" He's like, "You know who I am." Which, honestly, it's like, I don't know. I've seen too many memes and not really think he's gonna say, "I am Jeff." But yeah, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But yeah, after that, Harry has a phone call with Mary Jane after, you know, him saving her. He's like, what do you mean he's incredible? Almost like he kind of seems like he's jealous of, Spider-Man saving her or something, which I could be wrong. But yeah, like, even Peter was wondering what the hell that was. But yeah. The funny thing is, Norman actually ends up finding out who the hell that is. Like, because, Green Goblin starts laughing maniacally, and then he ends up seeing a bunch of fucking masks or something, and he's like, and then he turns around, he's like, and then looks at the mirror, he's like, I don't understand. It's like, Green Goblin is like, did you think it was coincidence? Oh, so many good things all happening for you. Oh, for you, Norman. But yeah, then he Green Goblin shows him the newspaper that he's got in his hand. And he's like, the board members, you killed them. He's like, we killed them. He's like, we? He's like, remember your little accident in the laboratory? And then he's like, the performance enhancer's like, bingo, me, your greatest creation, bringing you what you've always wanted. Power beyond your wildest dreams, and it's only the beginning. There's only one who can stop us. Or, imagine if he joined us. Which, honestly, I feel uncomfortable to even I just did that, I'm sorry, like, but yeah, like, that's literally what he says the entire time, which is, honestly, just terrifying, like, fucking Willem Dafoe, like, man, like, he played that role so well, like, personally, I don't think anybody could really play that character as well as he did, like, but yeah, honestly, the one thing I didn't get a chance to mention yet in this video was how good of a job J.K. Simmons did playing J. Jonah Jameson in this movie. Or, in the first 3 movies of Spider-Man. Like, honestly, personally, I don't know, J. Jonah Jameson, it's like, he's that one character I cannot stand, but J.K. Simmons does a good job in making me not being able to stand this dude. It's like, he always, again, he's like Spider-Man in Hero or Menace. I'm like, oh my god. It's like, he does not let up on literally just shitting on Spider-Man. But yet, then it's like, one moment whenever he's literally just having a debate with Peter, the fucking Green Goblin just barges into his fucking office in the Daily Bugle. He's like, Jameson, you slime, where's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man? Like, he literally says, I don't know who he is, stuff comes by mail. I'm like, it kind of seems like he was just basically just defending Spider-Man there, even though he really does not like him. I'm like, good on him. But yeah, it's like, then he literally is like, sit him down, tough guy. And he's like, speak of the devil, like, which, honestly, I do like J. Jonah Jameson was kind of, defending him, though. And then he literally strips it, I knew you two were in cahoots together. I'm like, what? And then fucking Green Goblin kidnaps him and tries to have him make him join him. I'm like, what? Right, I think he knocks him out with some gas or something. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really work because, Spider-Man, he ain't gonna do stupid shit like that. And another weird thing, I guess I remembered, fucking Peter, because, he's Spider-Man. He was literally just keeping an eye on Mary Jane because, some, bad guys or criminals were trying to, mess around with her or something. So he starts beating the ever-living shit out of them in the fucking rain or something. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I mean, I couldn't even really do that. Like, The funny thing is, I don't know how Mary Jane didn't see Peter's face when he had his mask off. I'm like, how did you not see Peter there when he was? I don't know. That's why I don't understand. It's like, in the second movie, he's basically just surprised as Peter. I'm like, you didn't see his face right there? And then it's like, I guess, he saved her once again. I mean, because, like you said, she has a knack for getting in trouble. It's like, I guess you have a knack for saving my life. And the creepy thing is, the way she says, I think I have a superhero stalker. I'm like, all right, I'm glad you're okay with that. Honestly, the weird part is MJ does not even know she ends up really kissing the same dude like 2 times in the movie. I mean, once with a mask and twice without the second time without a mask. But yeah, then it literally just cuts to like, I guess an apartment fire or something, which I kind of still wonder how that building caught on fire in the first place. I'm like, but yeah, like I guess a woman's baby is literally stuck in the building, and she can't get it out. But like I guess Spider-Man swings in on time, and I guess saves him for her. Which honestly, like that's one thing I like is whenever again, I don't understand when superhero movies always, and they always really try to make the superheroes or the heroes, when all they try to do is help out the ones in need. I'm like, what the fuck was he supposed to do? Just let the people die or get hurt? I'm like, again, it's like he can't just not do nothing about it. I'm like, even the woman who was literally begging, save my baby, please. It's like, I just don't even get it. Even some fucking cops were literally gonna threaten to arrest him just for literally interfering. I'm like, he wasn't interfering. He was doing his job as a hero and saving people. I'm like, that's a crime? I'm like, again, what if her baby died in that fire? That would be kind of on those cops for, I don't know. It's like, again, it's like, if, Spider-Man didn't exist, a lot of people's lives would be probably, done for if, he wouldn't be there to literally save the day and shit. Which, again, it's like, that's one thing I do love about Spider-Man at times. Like, some movies really know how to humanize the character. And, like, in my opinion, even with this first movie, even back in the day, Sam Raimi really knew how to do Spider-Man justice. And it's like, Sony, I feel like, took advantage of that shit. I just think it's crazy, like, cops literally end up coming in at the last minute and literally saying, hold it right there, you're under arrest, I'm taking you in. I'm like, you ain't taking anybody in. All he did was just save a fucking baby, dude. That's not a crime. He's just doing his job. But yeah, like, again, like I mentioned earlier, that jump scare with Green Goblin, then he ends up fighting with him in the building. I guess he thought he was somebody else or something, because the person said there was somebody still up there, but it turned out to be the Green Goblin and shit. Which, I don't know how the hell he even got in the building, though. Without anybody really noticing he was even in there, which, that makes really no sense. I'm not going to really try to understand that logic. But yeah, like, I guess I remember, that suit isn't completely durable, so it can't literally take cuts from a fucking razor blade or something. Which, again, like, I kind of remember, Peter in the third movie you know, why Peter in the third movie hates those fucking things. Then, I guess, like, after Spider-Man disappears, Green Goblin is like, no one says no to me! Which, honestly, Willem Dafoe delivers that perfectly. And then, I guess, there comes, the iconic Thanksgiving, you know, scene, if you guys remember that part. I guess I remember Willem Dafoe, he actually straight up, I remember him saying that this part of the movie actually made him laugh unintentionally or something. Or I guess, you know, people actually said this is a Thanksgiving movie or something. And the one thing I remember, you know, Norman was literally going upstairs to look for Peter, but Peter was still in the Spider-Man costume or Spider-Man suit. But I guess, nobody knew. I guess they thought he was there, but he was there, but they didn't know where he was because he was stuck on the ceiling. But then Norman had the gall to literally straight up call him a slob. I'm like, I do like whenever Aunt May Lou straight up said, all brilliant men are, which kinda, yeah. I mean, I guess I am a little bit, but yeah, that's true. And then his fucking cut was like really dripping down. And then I guess just from like one drop of blood or something, he could literally sense somebody was still there or somebody was there. I mean, which is just weird. So then Norman, I guess, well, he looks up on the ceiling, he's not there, so then he like tries to look outside. I mean, he is there, but he doesn't see him, which is the kind of, which I don't know how the hell he ended up running from this, disappearing from the ceiling to being outside. Then Peter Parker, I guess ends up there, or I guess appearing as if he wasn't already there, and he said, sorry, I'm late, I had to really beat an old lady with a cane to get these cranberries, which, okay, I mean, that's a little excessive just for a can of fucking cranberries, but okay. And I kind of like how he really tries to grab the food or something, but then I guess he forgets that he needs to carve the turkey or something because Aunt May smacks his hand or something. So he really just like, I don't know. It's like, what the hell? But then I guess Norman, sees that he's got a cut on his hand, which I'm like, okay, hold up. So he's not the Green Goblin because, or I guess he is the Green Goblin, but I don't know how he would have known he got in that cut that way. Which kind of seems a little, in my opinion, suspicious. Then the whole thing, I guess, turned into him really deciding to leave or something. And I guess, Harry really getting into an argument, not even really getting into an argument with his dad, but, just really basically just turning on MJ and saying he'll become half of what he is and really telling her, so keep her mouth shut about something you don't even understand, which, okay, asshole. I mean, I don't know where the hell that shit came from, but okay. And then fucking Norman ends up start talking to the fucking goblin mask like a crazy person. And it is like, and fucking, I don't know, Green Goblin is literally straight like, the heart, Osborn. First, we attack his heart. Which kind of felt like something that they brought back in Spider-Man No Way Home when they literally, did the mask thing all over again, which I thought was cool. I mean, I don't know, that mask is just, just something else. But yeah, what's kind of even more fucked up is like whenever Aunt May is like just literally sitting there praying in front of like a picture of Uncle Ben or something, fucking Green Goblin takes it upon himself to literally just burst the fucking door or shit, and just, I guess it just scares the ever living hell out of her or something. He's like, finish it. Finish it! I'm like, what are you going on about? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're insane, dude. Like, I don't know. It's like, then he just, again, he starts laughing maniacally, like, like, dude, like, I mean, the scary thing is, I guess, she ends up in the hospital or something because of that, and I don't know. It's like, imagine if he ended up losing his Aunt May because of that crap, and it's like, I guess when you think about it, his secret identity's kind of been, where it's kind of, putting people in danger, even though his Aunt May and, Mary Jane as well. I mean, even freaking Aunt May looked like she was in pain when she was put in the hospital. I'm like, oh my god, like, like I don't know, she just looked like she was traumatized or some shit like that. Like, even Peter said to himself, he knows who I am. I'm like, no shit. Like, I don't know, like, I don't even remember how long she was even in the hospital for. I just remember watching the movie like 1,000 times. I mean, I don't know, I can't even really imagine. The funny thing is, I guess, MJ in the movie arrives at the hospital, and, for like a brief second, she opens her eyes, or I guess she is awake, but she literally listens to everything, him and MJ are saying, including the stuff that he supposedly said, that Spider-Man said about her, which really is basically stuff that he's saying about her. And the messed up thing about it is, well, he's saying all this to MJ. Fucking, Harry comes in and Louis sees them holding hands. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that Aunt May was literally, watching that before. Well, I guess, she didn't see Harry come in, but, it's a good thing she went back to sleep, but then still seeing, or heard everything that Peter was saying to her. But I guess, then Peter, I guess, notices, MJ is literally in danger, so he literally tries to call her on that phone or something, and then fucking Green Goblin picks up, like, can Spider-Man come out to play? Which honestly is like one of the best parts. And then she ends up waking up on a fucking bridge with, I don't know, a bus full of kids he's about to drop. Which, one of the best parts of that best parts of that scene is when Green Goblin is like, a itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the goblin that took the spider out. Which, honestly, just, I can't help but laugh at that part. It's like, it's fucked up, but it's like, it's honestly just one of the best parts of that. Then whenever, like, Spider-Man arrives, he's like, Spider-Man, this is why only fools are heroes. 'Cause you never know when some lunatic comes along with a sadistic choice. Let die the woman you love, or suffer the little children. Then he's like, we are who we choose to be. Now choose. But yeah, then he saves, I guess, the kids and MJ. And I guess Green Goblin gets pissed off and starts, I guess, fucking pulls Spider-Man into like some sort of like abandoned cemetery or something, and just relentlessly just ends up beating the ever-living shit out of him. Or, I guess it's getting to that part, but one of the best parts I remember very, very well was the whole 2-eye thing. Like, it literally just showed like a mirror of the kids and MJ in both Spider-Man's eyes, which I gotta admit, even for 2002, that was like one of the best, coolest things I've ever seen. Like even in a Spider-Man movie. I mean, the one thing I did like is, Spider-Man, really encourage MJ, like telling her she could do it and stuff. Which is like just, I don't know, I feel like that's not Peter. I feel like that's like Spider-Man. Like, again, like, whenever he's like Spider-Man, he's a completely different person. It's like, but yeah, like, he literally jumps in the air and literally saves MJ and the kids and stuff. And apparently, um, but yeah, then later on in the movie, I guess he gets after he literally gets done saving those kids and MJ, like Green Goblin didn't want or something because, well, apparently I think I remember. Totally forgot. The whole entire city of New York was basically helping Spider-Man out while fighting the Green Goblin. When some dude was like, I remember some dude was just basically like, "Oh yeah, I got something for your ass. You mess with Spider. You mess with New York." And then some other dude was like, "You mess with one of us. You mess with all of us." Which honestly is like a pretty cool part of that throughout the movie. And then he fucking saves him, and fucking Spider-Man gets his fucking face nearly, which I don't know how, but he gets his mask blown off, not his face. I'm like, how? I'm like, he's not dead? It's like, bro, like, again, that's just crazy. He didn't even, his head didn't even, his face didn't even blow up, but his mask did. I'm like, that's crazy. But again, like, even though it's like one of the most brutal parts of that movie, it's like one of the best parts of that movie too. Like, and honestly, it's like, it was like, again, when I say brutal, I mean brutal. Like, he just gets his face punched in, pounded, like, he just, I don't know, he gets the shit beat out of him, like, constantly, like, and then just literally just kicks him right in the jaw. Louis sends him flying to the ground. Like, bro, like, it was funny because, like, when I was a kid, I did not even know or even understand the gravity or what the hell I was even watching. But it's like, again, like, it was honestly cool to see, like, Spider-Man, like, really finally get tired of Goblin. Because, he literally said, MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Like, and then he started trying to stab him with some sort of, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like some sort of weapon or something. I don't even know what it was, but, like, I honestly think it's pretty badass how Peter really did overpower him, though. And then he ended up knocking a whole entire, brick wall down on top of him, which I don't know how in the fuck that dude was even still alive after literally having that fucking, solid brick wall pulled on top of him like that. I'm like, bro, like, how he's not dead, how he wasn't dead is beyond me. And then I guess somehow when Peter punched him, I guess he finally snapped him right back out of it or something. He's like, Peter, stop. It's me. And I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder, how long Goblin was in control for, or how long he, takes control of him before he, he regains consciousness. But, he literally said, the Goblin killed, I had nothing to do with it. I beg you, protect me. He's like, you tried to kill Aunt May, you tried to kill Mary Jane. He's like, but not you. I tried to stop it. I couldn't stop it. I would never hurt you. And then he literally just activates his fucking glider and it's literally right behind him. I'm like, are you sure you're not not trying to kill him because you literally just activated your own damn glider. Not to mention, but yeah, like, but yeah, it's like he literally straight up says, I've been like a father to you," and he's like, "Be a son to me now," and which again, the one thing I think is crazy, he said, "Be a son to me now." I'm like, bro, you have a son named Harry. Like, why would you say that shit? Then Peter, it literally straight up says, I had a father. His name was Ben Parker, which, yeah, that's true. Even though even though he was his uncle, he was basically like his dad in a way. Then in his goblin voice, he's like, "Godspeed, Spider-Man." Like, then I guess Peter's spider sense activates, and the fucking glider that he activated or something literally just breaks through the wall and literally kills him or something. Which, I'm like, okay, if Norman was trying to kill Peter, how did he not think that shit through? Because for one, the glider, or again, Peter has spider sense. He's gonna be able to see that coming. So yeah, he killed himself, and Harry basically saw him put him on the couch, which again, that was wrong. That was wrong place, bad timing, or wrong place, wrong timing. Or I don't know. Personally, that was just wrong timing, to be honest. And it's like now for like 3 movies that thought, Spider-Man killed his father, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like, personally, I thought that whole thing was just dumb, to be honest. But then apparently, Peter ends up, going to see his Uncle Ben at his grave, and Mary Jane sees him, and it's been, Mary Jane is like, "You must miss him so much," and he's like, "It's been so hard without him," and she basically just kisses him at Harry's father's funeral. I'm like, why? Why now? I'm like, okay, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't know. It's like, personally, I'm not sure that was a smart decision, but then, some part of me kind of feels like she knew he was Spider-Man. She just kind of didn't want to say it. Well, I guess, then again, he kind of friend-zoned her. But, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, maybe he did it for a good reason because, he didn't want to put her in danger. But, like, I don't know. It's like, again, the dude she ends up with, it's like, but, like, I do like the quote, whatever life holds in store for me, I will never forget these words. With great power comes great responsibility. This is my gift. This is my curse. Who am I? I am Spider-Man. Which, honestly, like, that is like one of the greatest Spider-Man, not Spider-Man quotes, but superhero quotes ever. It's like, and then it just basically ends with him swinging around the New York City, and like, again, honestly, like, I can't really think. I guess I can think of a better, superhero ending than that, but it's like that one's still, honestly, just a classic to this day. Like, I mean, again, yeah, I guess maybe nothing feels like it could compare, to be honest. Like, it just, that movie changed so much for me. I guess maybe also as a Spider-Man and superhero fan, to be honest. It's like, it changed a lot for me. Like, If this movie was never a thing, I would never ever been a Spider-Man fan in the first place. And I'm like, I'm glad I am. But yeah, it's like, I mean, again, I did hear there were some things that were literally, again, I guess, yeah, the credits are really, really good. I mean, yeah, the, end credits. But, like, again, I know there was, like, some things going on when this movie was being made. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess the one thing I did not realize until I heard the soundtrack was that Chad Kroeger, the lead singer of Nickelback, was on the soundtrack. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I never even knew that at all. I'm like, that's dope. Not to mention, I guess I heard that there was a teacher for this movie, like, way back in sometime in 2001 or something. And I guess it's a helicopter that literally gets stuck in a fucking spider web. Kind of like a fly does, like in a spider web. But it literally zooms out and literally shows the two twin towers, if you guys remember those. Which, I'm glad they changed that, but I don't know how they still end up showing that in the final cut of the movie, but that's just fucking beyond me. That's crazy. But, I honestly never straight up mentioned this, but apparently when I was a kid, I used to watch Caillou and this movie as well, and I used to get the theme songs mixed up in my head, because I used to watch this, I could not for the life of me remember what the fuck the theme song was. I don't know, that was my mind as a kid. It would just get that shit mixed up all the time. But yeah, but honestly, Sam Raimi,
me
again,
wrong,
like,
or maybe
he
say
paved
I'm
the
wrong.
way for what
I think Sam Raimi really
movies
knew
would
his shit
become
when it
later
came
on.
to really just,
It's like, again, I
making
kind of
a
miss the
movie,
practical,
it seemed
effects
like he was a really big
shit
Spider-Man
in
fan, to be
superhero
honest.
movies nowadays, because
I
all
mean,
of it's
again,
just
I
basically
commend
fucking
him,
CGI.
like, honest to God.
Another thing I wanted to, and somebody I guess mentioned, I guess I wanted to shout out to the person who showed me this video. Apparently this dude was like eating a fucking more than 20-year-old fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man cake. I'm like, ew. I'm like, I would never do that. Again, it's like, you can even see the green mold shit on it. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I think he showed me that the expiration date was like from February 8th, 2003. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking eating a cake that's past its expiration date from 2003. Like, that's gross. Not to mention, if you put it in the fucking freezer, it will only last for like 2 to 3 months. Not 2 to 3, probably 10 to 20 years. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not literally risking my health to end up in the bathroom and shit my balls off for a cake like that. But again, I remember seeing a video where people were literally reacting to Spider-Man 2002 in theaters on May the 1st. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that video is just as much of a relic as this goddamn movie. But yeah, that's just insane. Another thing I wanted to mention is, like, Sony, again, and I'm literally saying this to the people who own Spider-Man, they need to just stop, honestly, like, they need to care more about the IP of Spider-Man instead of just, shitting out movies that nobody really wants to watch. It's like, lately, they just don't really seem like they give a fuck anymore. But yeah, I guess that's it today for me, talking about Spider-Man 2002 with Tobey Maguire. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 and 3, or talk about 2 and 3, but honestly, I had a fun time doing this video. It took me a long time to edit this, so I guess maybe leave a comment down below if you guys want to. Subscribe, share. I'll see all you guys later. Peace out.